Prakash, welcome to my channel. Today in this video I'm going to show you a very cool place which is very close to Bangkok actually. Bangkok is here, Pattaya is here, and this is the province Rayong, and in this province you have this mangrove forest, and I've seen some beautiful pictures of it, and so therefore as I planned my tour to go back to Bangkok, I asked my friend who is also a guide, asked her to organize me a tour to go to Rayong and to see this forest, mangrove forest. So we had a private car organized which took us something around 4.5 hours, including the breaks and all those kind of things. So in any way, so we came to a small pier where you can get book a tour on a boat and really go right through the mangrove forest. And we booked this tour. It is 100 baht per person, and we got this very nice uncle who drove the boat. I will explain to you why he's very nice, because I was having such a lot of questions and I wanted to ask him. It was really good to have my friend who speaks Thai, who is a native Thai. So I was able to get these questions also answered. So it was really nice. So in case if you plan, so be sure to take someone with you who can speak Thai, because or you speak Thai yourself, because yes, when you see these things you want to ask questions, and they're lovely people, but they can't really speak very much English, so they will understand a couple of sentences, but they can't really explain such a lot about the mangrove forest if you ask deep questions. So be prepared of that. You go through this beautiful pathway, on this water pathway, and then come to the sea out. So on this way, what I really noticed was it was so peaceful, and the beauty of it is the motorboats, the motors which they have, they are not so loud like the normal long-tail motorboats. So it is also very eco-friendly in that sense. So in any way, so this was a beautiful ride to the sea, out to the sea, and you have these beautiful trees just growing over the water, and clear water in a way. It's a beautiful color. Actually, on this video, I've used two cameras, but I'm not quite sure if I really captured how beautiful and peaceful it really looks like. So anyway, when you go out really to the sea, then you come from far away, you can see big stems, just long stems, white gray color stems. So you know that it is like a dead tree or something. So first of all I thought, oh wow, that could be because it is far out on the sea, so it could be that the trees, the mangroves, the older ones are dead, and they are so these are the stems from the older trees. I'm not quite sure if that's the case, or they really planted these old tree stems into the water, because they have actually built a platform. That means they have connected all these vertical trees with each other with, I don't know, again wood, because I was not really able to see it because it's underwater. And what they do is, this has become a natural farm for oysters. So they are harvesting oysters and using this as a farm to cultivate or breed oysters. This is where this becomes very interesting, this ecosystem. So what they practically do is they take some strings, long strings, and they put some drops of cement onto it. So like 5 drops just onto one string, and let it dry. So, and this cement has a very rough surface. It's almost like a coral surface. So what happens is, then naturally you have all the planktons and everything just grabbing onto it and coming onto it and planting themselves. So the same thing happens with the oysters also, seems to be. So the oysters come and lay their eggs, and somehow or other the baby oysters start to grow there. This is a fantastic story. So we were really lucky, because he really, I asked him, could you just show us a little bit from this close a little bit, I would like to see that. And he really stopped the boat and he got down and he just went into the water, and I thought, what? what the hell is it doing? We are in the middle of the sea almost. So, but there you were able to see this platform.
wait a minute,
So,
he
which
can
is
stand on it.
submerged in the water, something like I would say something like 60 centimeters of water, perhaps. Yeah, 60 centimeters of water, something like that. So, depends on the tide, perhaps. Eventually, so and he grabbed one of these strings out. So they just bundle them into 10 and a big bundle with I think 5 of these small bundles. So it's something like 50 or something like that. So in any way, so he took it out and showed us this. So this is really fantastic because this is something which I have never seen in my life. So this was to experience this on the boat like that and to see this like that. It was really great.
ตอนนี้มันได้2 เดือนเองครับ
กี่เดือนมันถึงจะโตคะ
ปีงครับ
โอ้ปีนึงเลยเหรอว่าอยู่ทำไมมันแพง
เนี่ยหอยทั้งนั้นเลยเนี่ยเนี่ยตาหอยทั้งนั้นเลยเนี่ยอันนี้ตัวเนี่ย
How big are they going to grow?
this อันนี้2 เดือนเหรอคะ
ใช่
This just 2 months they need like 1 year
Okay, 1 year. This is just 2 months now. Okay.
ตัวใหญ่ใหญ่ขนาดนี้
yeah it makes
Ah, okay. Wow. Okay. I know. I can see that.
of this under the water
Under the water, 300,000.
yep
So, how do they get the babies onto it, or just the small ones?
เขาเอาลูกมันใส่ไปยังไง
ไม่นี่เอาหยอดลูกปูนนะใช้ปูนซีเมนต์นะปูนก่อสร้างเนี่ยครับ
ซีเมนต์
เนี่ยครับ
ไปพูดซีเมนต์
Ah, they paste them like
แล้ว
that with the
แล้วมัน
cement.
มัน
Okay.
เชือกเนี่ยฮะแล้วก็อันนี้มัน10 เส้นนะครับ
อ๋อ this have 10
Yeah.
10 1 2 3 4 5 10
Okay.
แล้วก็มาลงไว้มันก็มาเกาะเอง
yeah and
เชือกหอยมันมีบึกบานนะค
the
รับ
oyster will come by itself here on the cement
อันนี้พวงหนึ่งพวงนี่พวงครับของเส้นเนี่ยเส้น
Wait a
นี่
minute. Do I understand correct? So they just put the cement onto
มัน
this
มีตัว
rope,
หอย
yeah
and the
Come
oysters
on.
come and stick onto them.
yep
เนี่ยประมาณ50 ตัวครับเนี่ยตัวหอยอ่ะ
in one dish have 50 50 oyster in just one cement
Okay.
ไม่เคยรู้มาก่อน I never know this อ๋อพี่ยืนบนอันนี้เหรอ
ยืนบนไม้
On the ship, yeah, they are bundled. The sound on them.
ตอนนี้ก็ประมาณ
Would you ask him how are these plants helping them to with their lives?
ปลาก็ไปไข่ปลากุ้งพวกนี้พ่อพันธุ์อะไรนะครับเพราะพอโตมันก็ไหลลงคลองนี่ครับ
It's where the fish and the sheep from born.
Oh, I didn't know that. So they use the roots to color the clothes. You mean fabric?
Yeah, from the
Okay. And are they earning money with that also?
ไม่มีรายได้อะไรจากต้นไม้
ก็คือผลประโยชน์มันเราได้มีรายได้จากปูจากปลาเนี่ยเพราะปูปลามันไข่ที่นี่วางไข่เนี่ย
Just got the benefit just from the fish. You can get the fish.
And I tried to just ask him some questions about if this mangrove forest is endangered or something like that. Do they have the feeling that it is dying? Because in many parts of the world, actually the mangroves are suffering due to the higher temperatures and other climatic changes. So I was a little bit keen on that, but unfortunately I was not really prepared in my mind to just to put out all these kind of questions. So I was not even properly trying to formulate the question. So I was just thinking straight on the halfway. I was thinking, is this the question which I want to ask? Is it not? Is it not? Then I actually practically just confused my friend. So because she has to always translate. So and at one point, but in any way, I just said, okay, I will just shut my mouth and just listen to what he has to say. Just only 2 or 3 questions. So in any way, but he was able to just give us a very positive answer. I was expecting it's going to be a little bit depressive. It's going to say that the forest is dying, it's been threatened or something. Luckily not. It is only being threatened when you really have storm weather or something, that the trees could break or something. Otherwise it seems to be not affected by the pollution or any kind of climatic changes which is going on. I mean, this is not a scientific answer statement, but of course a person who is living there and living from this mangrove forest, if he could make us without just thinking anything, he was not prepared to answer any kind of question. So he was just being honest and just saying the honest answer. And so he said, no, it is not. So I was really glad to hear that, and at the same time I was a little bit disappointed because I was expecting a little bit of kind of a story to hear, but at the end I'm really glad that this forest, mangrove forest, which is so beautiful, is intact, and it is not being threatened, and it will stay for a long time and do the best for that ecosystem, which is very important. Because the mangroves, what they do is practically, if you have not really read a little bit more about mangroves, they really purify the water, and at the same time there's a breeding ground for a lot of fish and fauna. So it is a very important ecosystem, and of course they protect the coastal line also, because the waves cannot come really to and erode the coast. So this is a very important ecosystem, and to see it being so lively and intact, so that was really fantastic actually. So in any way, after this boat tour, which is going to the sea, and we saw these oysters, and then we came back again and on a different path through the trees, just water path, and then you come to a stage where you can get down, or you have to get down, because the boat tour is already ending, and you have to get down onto a man-made wooden path through the mangrove forest. So the beauty of it is, that means you are not seeing the mangroves from water, just from a boat or something. You are really on the stake, and you have the possibility to just touch the mangrove and really see how they are growing, and what kind of atmosphere they build. So because you are in between the mangroves, when you breathe, you can just feel how fresh the air is, and such things. So it was a very fantastic experience. But the only thing is, this path, which is made out of wood, you have to be very careful, because the planks, actually they have a kind of a gap like this, and sometimes a little bit bigger gaps in between. So if you're just going around and trying to film anything with your phone or something like that, I would be really careful not to drop it, because if you drop it, that's it, you're going to lose it forever, because you're not coming under this path. So try to be careful in case if you're there and filming with your phone. So in any way, so when you walk, you can actually, that is something like, according to the information which I got online, it is something like 3 kilometers long, this path. You can just really walk this path. But we didn't want to walk such a long path, long way, because I had another tour planned as well, because in the same area there is also, which is being maintained from the from the botanical institution or whatever it is, how it is called. I'm not quite sure how the institution is exactly called, but in any way there is an institution which is maintaining and governing and all those things and responsible for certain researchers and everything. So, and they have a botanical garden also. So I wanted to visit this botanical garden, so we didn't really have enough time. So in any way, he told us, the driver told us, the driver of the boat, he told us that there is a tree which is older than 100 years. So we walked and we came to this tree. That was a real majestic. It's such a beautiful big tree, and I'm not quite sure if I was able to capture this beautiful tree or the beauty of this tree on camera, because it was warm and I was overwhelmed from this place. And the best thing was, actually, I was a little bit afraid also of mosquitoes and insects and everything. And even though I had insect repellent or something like that, I didn't have to use anything. I was really surprised. I was in December, so I'm not sure. Perhaps it depends on the season when you're going there. But in any way, in December, there was nothing. So we captured this tree and we walked around this tree. You can also exactly walk around because this path is going around the tree. And then we decided we are going back, because when you come back on this path, then you come to a bigger platform which is raised, and you can see the mangroves which are growing here on this height. So you're standing here and looking at the mangroves from top. This is a beautiful color. I mean, this is green and yellow mixed, and such a fresh color. I wasn't really expecting that. I have seen the footages some online and thought, oh come on, this has something to do with color grading or kind of filter or something like that. Put it on and turn the saturation, raise the saturation, because this can't be really true. But it is, or it was. In that sense, because when you see these trees, and from there, as you can see, it is so beautiful. I mean, yeah. And so this was really nice experience, and I'm so glad that I went there, because normally when you just only see who the hell wants to go and really see some trees, this is and spend more than half a day, and just from Bangkok just drive for 4 hours to Rayong. But believe me, if you are a person who is interested in ecology and the nature and ecosystems, and you want to see something which is very unique, which you would not see, and especially from where I am now, living here in Europe, I have not seen really mangroves. I'm not even quite sure if mangroves grow in the European climate or even here in Germany. So it is a very unique experience. And the roots of the trees are beautiful and great. It's totally a different kind of structure, and since the water is black color almost, because of all the sediment which has been built through the falling of the leaves and everything, and there is no really light coming from the side, so you have only the light which is coming from the top. So it's like almost like you have a mirror on the floor. So it's really a beautiful view. So it was really great experience for me. So I would really recommend, especially if you're close to this area in the Rayong province. If you're, for example, if you're in Pattaya, and that would be something like 1.5 hours to 2 hours drive actually to Rayong, and I would really recommend that you do this tour, because it's such a beautiful place to see. Hope you enjoyed it, and please give me a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. As I said at the beginning of the video, there are some more tours which we combined with this tour, and all those videos are going to be published, and they were pretty interesting tours, especially if you're traveling to Bangkok and if you want to do something different which is close to Bangkok and an experience. Even if you are traveling with the family, also it is family friendly. The next 2 tours which we did to the botanical garden, going on a kayak, and then also on the botanical garden in Pattaya itself, they are very beautiful things for families as well. So And even the mangrove, the children are going to love it. Just they are going to see all these beautiful small fish in the water, and they will really love it. And there's a lot of places where they can really engage with this mangrove forest and experience and an experience which they are going to do for their life. Really, believe me. So if you, I would really recommend, if you have children, that's going to be a very learning experience as well. So in any way, so hope you enjoyed, and please do give me a thumbs up, and until next time, take care and be happy. Bye bye.